I was a high wire performer, doing my act on a unicycle with only a bamboo pole for maintaining balance. Here, listen for that word, by the way. Maintaining balance. And no net to sustain me should I have begun to fall. As I approached the midpoint on the wire, there was a sudden burst of applause, which was inexplicable by any dramatic change I had employed. I searched in the darkness ahead of me. A blinding kind of light, a brilliant light was aimed at me, and suddenly out of its darkness appeared a clown, barefoot, carrying only a tiny paper parasol, which he playfully carried as if it were a serious balancer. The audience was applauding as he somersaulted so very cleverly to everyone's delight, except mine, for as he approached me, he showered me with looks of murderous hatred. It was evident he was out to tousle me. That's an old-fashioned verb, tousle. You know, you tousle someone's hair? Well, he's out to tousle me off balance and to send me flying into the dreadful darkness below. And like a cure death, the dream ended as a kind of nightmare. She's going to be swallowed by darkness. For me, the question was, could she come down from the high wire of the ego's willed achievement, which she certainly did, to trust her psyche's ability to catch and hold her and to gather up lost pieces of her soul? Was it just going to be this, right? Or were there lost pieces there to bring up that would hold her so that she would trust Psyche holding her inner world holding her as she faced her death? And I want to point out that the costs of what she did have been extremely high. She got a lot of rewards, but there were extreme costs to it. And here's her final dream. In the dream, she's back in her childhood home, stepping outside. I'll now quote her. Yes, I was stepping outside my attic window onto the graceful branches of a sturdy pine. I was out without worries because I knew I was to be buried in this tree and otherwise prepared for rebirth. Mother was waiting below on the terrace. She watched and readily stretched out her arms to catch me when I came into her reach. She observed the easy flow of my body into her possession. She insisted on arranging for the design of a brass plaque to be placed on the bark of the pine tree. She wanted the world to know about the special gifts the pine presented by the safe procedure of moving me from branch to branch. The tree deserved all the credit we could muster for it, as well as all the publicity throughout the whole world to whom this story was to be told. And here we're telling it because she wrote it down so that we could share it. Now, she didn't need me to tell her that the tree she was descending, she was very well read. She not only had had a thorough Jungian analysis. She did a lot of reading. She often knew more than I did. By the way, she was my first client.
Wow.
Oh yes, Mrs. Smith. She didn't need me to tell her that the tree she was descending was the tree of life, as well as the analytic tree of inner knowledge. Nor did she need to explain the pine tree's connection to the goddess Cybele, the Great Mother, that archetype. She'd seen all of that for herself. She knew it wasn't just her mother's arm she was descending into. She knew it was also Cybele. Her own mother actually was quite critical of her. But now she's waiting. Mother has been redeemed as well as she's being redeemed here. So what I did help her to see was how her dream fulfilled her unconscious longing. I want to stress that. Her unconscious longing. She didn't know she had this longing. For an honored initiation into her spiritual wholeness as a person and as a woman. She had never had that initiation. Her own society, her own mother had not been able to give her that. That's what's happening